Hi everyone, this is Ali Hussein Kasim of Alitalkstech. We are back after a couple of weeks of summer holidays. We are back with a bang with some super interesting stories. Today I am covering open finance opportunities for Kenya's financial services sector, the Association of FinTechs in Kenya, Kenya Bankers Association, and FSD Kenya have just launched their report on open finance, and we're going to talk about that and what the opportunities are. Next, I'm going to speak to building moats through ecosystem thinking. And for those who continue to cry baby, those who are always complaining, sijui m-pesa this, sijui monopoly that, sijui this, I'm here to tell you guys, don't worry. Put your foot down, pick up your axe, and start building. Stop complaining. So how do you build moats? And I'm going to give you a super interesting example. Next, we're going to talk about Albania's bold move, the first country in the world to appoint an, wait for it, minister who is an AI. Yes, you had that right. Last week, Albania's prime minister, or is it president, appointed a minister to administer their tendering system. And that minister is an AI. What's going on here, guys? Next, we are going to cover a conversation I just had this morning on my LinkedIn page on Kenya's retail giants and the data they're sitting on and how it's $100 million opportunity that they're just sitting on like this. Last but not least, we are going to talk about Kenya's payment ecosystem. And this comes from an experience I had, I think the week before last, as I was doing my home shopping from m-pesa to bibs to wearables. So let's go straight to the open finance moment in Kenya. Now, caveat, this is an industry conversation right now. However, I want to say, and I want to commend the Central Bank of Kenya because they've just launched their open finance project, and their consultant got in touch with the Association of FinTechs to have a conversation with us. This is important times for Kenya. Open finance is now being talked about openly. And really, open finance is simple. It's really about everybody being able to share their information so that in a safe kind of way, so that everyone can get the kind of financial services they want and they need. And I know there are players who are a bit hesitant about it and speaking to, we have customers, how can you just come and take our customers? And my response to them is brutally honest. Nobody owns any customer. You own me for as long as you provide me a service that is mutually beneficial. You get something out of it from me, and I get something out of it from you. We have 84.8% of adults who are already included in financial service, thanks to m-pesa, thanks to the opening up of financial services in Kenya. Kenya is one of the most financially included countries in Africa and potentially the world. We have built financial services rails. We have built on top of m-pesa. You have financial services rails like PesaLink, you have KenSwitch, you have the major card and technology players like MasterCard and Visa. So we are ripe for open finance. And we are proposing that the first focus should be identity and KYC. And by the way, this is already happening. We actually forget that the success of m-pesa was built on top of digital infrastructure. Things like IPRS, the integrated population services that you can ping and you can get confirmation of your identity through your mobile phone And that sort of created the revolution that is today mobile money. I think sometimes we forget about the building blocks that have gotten us there. So we are now saying we need to build on top of that: payments, richer credit data, sharing of credit. And the call in this report is very clear. This needs to be government-led, with industry-driven collaboration, which we are already seeing. Again, shout out to the Central Bank of Kenya for driving this conversation. We need to build Kenya's digital future beyond what we currently have. Our success story is going to be charted through an open platform, open finance platforms that enable every player to play on an even playing field. And that's it on that topic for today. Now let's speak to building moats through ecosystem thinking. And I promise to give you an example. And I go back to Gobeba. Gobeba is one of my favorite e-commerce plays in Kenya. Very simple, no app. Yeah, they don't have an app on any Play Store. It's just a basic, extremely user-friendly website that they have operated with over the last couple of years since they launched. And they focus on two key things. Guys, the most basic things you can think about: water and cooking gas. Those are their key products right now. And these guys have executed with excellence. So how have they built a moat? These guys have not built financial services rails. They have not built distribution rails. They have not built communication rails. What they have done is they have simply orchestrated with excellence what is already built. For distribution, they have plugged in Google Maps. So picture this. I used to carry Baba Isha, gas imeisha, tafadhali ukitoka enda ulete gas. Nabebana na gas, niweke kwa boot. I have that car strap that holds the gas in my boot. So as I go on my errands to the office, meeting clients, I know I need to bring gas. And then my good friend Peter Ndiangui says, oh, by the way, we've launched our WhatsApp app. So I go and try it on WhatsApp. WhatsApp. You go onto the Gobeba channel on WhatsApp. You click on their list of products. You get all sorts of cooking gas, quite a number of brands. You get water, carrying at Daima, all those major players on water and cooking gas. I choose my cooking gas, total gas. I get a prompt to pay via m-pesa. It is received. So the first time I went through that whole process, giving them my location, giving them my phone number and stuff like that. The second time, it picked all the basic data seamlessly. Now, small little things about user experience. You already know me. You've already plugged in my address. So all it does is confirm, are you on the same address? Are you using the same phone number? So then they use those for payment, m-pesa, integration, seamless, STK push, payment done, I get confirmation, and gas is delivered. And it doesn't matter where I am. I could be in the US and I'll order the gas for my family and it will be delivered within 30 minutes. Now, guys, Gobeba doesn't own WhatsApp or did not create any messaging app. It does not have any payment platform. It just plugged in M-Pesa. It does not own any mapping app. It just plugged in Google Maps and also plugged in the delivery guys. Over the years I've been in this tech space, too often we complain too much and hardly do much about orchestration. This is how you build a moat through ecosystem thinking. Kudos to the founders of Gobeba Peter Ndiangui and Leslie Mbogo. Now, I want to talk about, drill a little bit deeper on Albania's decision to appoint the world's first AI minister. Apparently, Albania has been government tendering has been a major problem, like many countries, I would suppose. But the stakes are very high. Corruption, public contracts, they just remain a major headache for the country, and it has been a roadblock for their admission into the EU membership ambitions by 2030. So guess what? The leader just had enough and say we're going to appoint an AI minister. The question is, will this minister, by the way, that minister is called Diela, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, will Diela prove to be a model of transparency or just another expensive theater? I think the most crucial and important things for us to appreciate and understand is that AIs are not necessarily independent. Yeah. They are called artificial intelligence for a reason, although now we are hearing talk about super intelligence or artificial general intelligence, when these things are going to start speaking or thinking for themselves. So that's a bit far-fetched, maybe a couple of years. Today, speaking about AI and plugging that into government, that is a major, major step forward. Whether it is going to be an expensive experiment or whether it's going to whether it's going to work out, that is something that we'll be monitoring in the next couple of months and years to come. So let me now speak to my next story, Kenya's retail giants. We are sitting on $100 million data gold mine. And guess what? You're doing nothing about it. Picture this. Walk into your favorite supermarket. You're asked, do you have points? How many points do I have? Let me tell you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm calling you out today. One supermarket I go in can't even give me my points on the fly. I have to go to customer service. Get the points, go back to the till, and then those points will be deducted. Come on, guys. It's 2025, man, not 1985. Let's step up. Even some of the multinationals, and I'm sorry, guys, I'm calling you guys out. I picked 3 supermarket chains: Naivas, Carrefour, and Quickmart. Quickmart was, I'm sorry, you are a prayer and vibes and inshallah. It's as simple as that. We need to step up. You have a major opportunity here. I am giving you my data. You know my shopping habits. You know how often I shop for milk. You know how often I shop for soap. You know how often I shop for all the essentials. You know which brands I like. I'm giving you the responsibility and opportunity to actually take that data and use it. Can you please ensure that you do make use of it? There are specific things apparently that are not included in your points, and you don't talk to your customers about it. Carrefour, you're using your points probably, well, not probably, you are the most advanced, for sure. But if I go into my Carrefour app today, all I can see is my points, which are nicely integrated. Well done for that. But all I can do is change those for products. What else can you not do for me? Rather, what else can you do for me? So I joined this Carrefour WhatsApp group for the one that is near my home. And you're just splashing us with all sorts of offers, which is great. We don't mind. But me, as Ali Hussein Kasim, when you're sending me an offer for pork, what are you telling me? What are you telling me, guys? When you're sending me an offer for, for all sorts of things that as a Muslim I am not using, what are you telling me? Do you not have data about me? You have data. Guys, is $1 trillion missed opportunity. So let me tell you the ways. Loyalty, data, powering. Hyper-personalized offers, discounts, curated product suggestions, predictive replenishment. I've just talked about that. Never run out of essential stuff. And by the way, I love to actually shop physically. I love to do that for my family. And it's also some me time for shopping. My Saturday afternoons, I get into my car after late breakfast with the girls at home. And I'm like doing my shopping, going to the barbers. So I like that me time to think about. And also, it actually helps me understand Vitukwa ground. That basket, that shopping basket, I can tell you almost instinctively that my shopping has gone up by 5% or 10%. So it gives me that sort of thing. So I love to shop, but sometimes in the middle of the week, something has run out. I don't have that time. Yeah. Guys, help me. Yeah. I can go online. You can ping me with a timely offer that will actually help me and grow your business. Smart subscriptions and dynamic pricing, guys. And Carrefour does this very well, by the way, mass on their WhatsApp channels. Offers 20%, stuff like that. But if we go into mass customization, that would be super great. They can also help you do churn prediction and retention strategies. Too often, I go into a supermarket and I like to shop every 2 weeks. I go into a supermarket and I'm used to that supermarket and things have run out. And then I have to either go back home or order online and go to another supermarket. Guys, data can help you. Waste reduction, better margins. Guys, let's get things moving, man. So, unfortunately, what's happening instead? Customer are reciting phone numbers for cashiers for one packet, for 1 point against 100 shillings. Come on, guys. Using loyalty tech like digital filing cabinets, Carrefour, Quickmart, well, I've just said purely vibes and inshallah. What's the path forward? How do we actually start actualizing this? Real-time customer data platforms, AI-powered analytics, mobile money integration, and omnichannel journey mapping. Look, guys, Safaricom has already helped you with SDK pushes. Why are you still asking me for my phone number? Why are you still asking me to do sijui what? Pesapal has also plugged you in and helped you to be able to just do, contactless payments. Let's integrate these things for the sake of your customers and for the sake of your bottom line. Dedicated data science teams. We have sharp young people who are looking for those opportunities. Employ them, guys. Last but not least, cultural shift. Points programs. This is loyalty, these are loyalty programs, not points programs. Let's use intelligent customer relationship ecosystems to serve your customers better and to serve your bottom line better. I think I made it this much clearer. I don't think I need to belabor this point. The last question to the retail businesses in this part of the world is, how do we unlock this gold mine? Let's continue having a conversation. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was out shopping. I think I posted this on LinkedIn, but let me just try and speak to it in a little bit more detail on this weekly roundup. Kenya's payment ecosystem is evolving, moving from m-pesa to bips to wearables. Seeing this. Now, let me tell you about this little Islamic bank called Premier Bank. Keep a watch out for these guys. Seamless payments without worrying about clicking numbers, spelling out your phone numbers. Tap and pay and go. Now, the interesting thing is that you have an ecosystem of PDQs that are so unequal. Let me just use that one. They're so unequal. You have some of these PDQs that look like mulikamwizis. No, I'm not joking, guys. You have to plug in. This is 2025. You have PDQs that look like mulikamwizis. And then you have PDQs that look like iPhones. Intelligent. Yeah. Tap and go. Guys, it's time to move on, man. It's time to move on to create a much more seamless, super integrated, and extremely user-friendly payment ecosystem in this part of the world. Let me give you some shocking statistics. Kenya, of 50 million people, has less than 50,000 POSs or point of sales or PDQs, whichever way you want to call them, for accepting cards, accepting payments. Less than 50,000. In Nigeria, one player, okay, there are 250 million people, but let's zero in on one player called MoneyPoint. MoneyPoint has 1 million PDQs. 1 million PDQs. Yani, it's like is it 5 times? No, sorry, not 5 times. 20 times the amount of PDQs Kenya has. In Nigeria is only 1. So let's talk about the differences of the Kenyan payment ecosystem and Nigeria's payment ecosystem. Kenya is mostly mobile driven for sure. All right. But guys, this 2025, 18 years later of M-pesa, we need to evolve. We need to evolve. Nigeria, on the other side, is mostly bank driven for reasons that we may need a whole hour to discuss, and maybe I will dedicate one particular conversation around the differences between the Nigerian payment ecosystem or fintech or financial services ecosystem and Kenya's. But suffice it to say, despite the hegemony of mobile money in Kenya, guys, it's time to evolve our payment ecosystem beyond what we currently have. It's too clunky. It's too annoying. It's time for us to step up as Africa's premier fintech ecosystem. Guys, with that, I will leave you until next week. Asanteni sana.